So we've got a system here on spraying the asparagus. He goes down that row that he's spraying right now, and that makes me pick up this rod and stick it down, because he just sprayed that one. So then I have to go over to the rod I was just at while he sprays that row, and this rod here is my reminder that, okay, he just sprayed this row. So I stand at this row and he looks for me once he gets over here, and wherever I'm standing he comes down that row, and I hop out of the way and grab my rod. So he's coming down this field right here without getting caught up in the fence. I think. Okay, so then I get out of the way because he knows that's the row, and I grab my rod, and he's gonna finish this row. And again, not run anything over. And he just came down that row. So that's where this rod goes. I also have to check to see if fertilizer comes out of all 4 of those heads. So far it looks like they are. So once he gets down there a ways, what I do is pull this rod that's over here and jam it in front of this field. Okay, so I just jam that in front of my row there. So now my job is to go find the row that I just put a rod in when he was coming back towards us. Okay, there's my rod right there. So I'm going to stand in front of this field and wait for him to get back over here. Okay, so I again wait, and then grab the rod that reminds him which row he did, and I jam it in the row he's doing. Now would probably be the prime time to tell you that well, see, that's the cart that he operates. He sits on that cart and picks the asparagus, and I sit on the front of the little John Deere and drive the tractor. Okay, that's how we pick it. And today was our last day to pick it. It is June 1st, and so we harvested today. We only had 2 of those little tubs today, so not much. Usually we fill up a whole bunch of those tubs. Now asparagus will grow 1 inch an hour. Actually, stand in front of this one, not that. See, I accidentally confused it because I was not standing in front of the right row. So then he comes down this row here, and I grab my rod, and once again I stand out of the way. Okay. He did this row, so my rod goes in this hole. And since I'm behind him here, I also check to see if the fertilizer is coming out of the sprayer. And it would seem that it's coming out of all 4 of them, just like it's supposed to. So, grab hold of this rod, and I'll stick it here. So he's reaching the end of that row there. He's got to make a tight turn down there to not run into the fence. And then he's going to come down into the row that I'm standing in now. And he's going to come down this row like that. And since he's doing that, take my rod, stand up by this plow, my truck or whatever. Okay, so he's reaching the end of his row. Every time he does it, I miss it, but his signal that all 4 sprayers are working is simple. Just a 4. He holds up 4 fingers out of the back of his cab. So by now you probably get the idea. He does that one, put a rod where the one he just did. I stand in front of the next one he should do, and that rod tells him, okay, he just did that one, so he's gonna go do this one. I just felt a raindrop. Hopefully we'll get the whole row done. I might want to close my windows though, because it is a sprinkling. So now he comes down this row. Okay, that row he just come out of is where my rod goes. I wore the right hat for doing this. The Andersons, that's the fertilizer place here in Walton. So there's the rod, here's my row, and you probably get the idea by now. And we just repeat this until we match that row, and then we do it for the other 2 sections of the field. Here we're finishing up. I'm in between my pole and Mr. Berry's pole. Yeah, he's in that rocky spot where, bumpy spot, where it fills up with water. The little tractor, it doesn't get stuck down there, but it digs holes. Somebody that knows Mr. Berry, it looks like. Maybe not, I don't know. There you go. Pulling up of this bent rod here, and I can probably pull up that other one, but I'll wait a second. Way over here in the rhubarb patch. So Mr. Berry grows rhubarb, bittersweet, and asparagus. Alright, so then he just reached back and shut the sprayer off. And we're done. So the sprayer that Mr. Berry used, his shop class made quite a while ago, and they entered it in some contest, and it got first place. It was a national contest, got first place. So that was pretty cool. And then that little cart that I showed you for when we harvest asparagus, that little black